Gloves. I'm going to order some more gloves. I'm almost out. Yep, I'm out. One more glove left in that box. So we're going to finish off this box, number 9 tonight. And we got, this is for a change to go through. Yes, it's a Pringles snack can. Perfect, or you drive it. Let's get the lights going. Okay, get this off the way for right now. So we got 9 rows left. So we got a V nickel, 2009, and we got a proof nickel last night. We got 352s, a 53, a 54, 57, 59, 239s, one which is DDO 011, 011. And I think, what was this one? And 249s. That's where we stand out on finding nickels. So, we got 9 rows left to go through. Then we'll do the change and we call it a wrap on this box. And this one means I have searched $900 worth of nickels in the first 3 months. We also got a dime. Hey, Kat, how's you doing today? You missed my last few live sessions. Where have you been? So we have people coming in, 21. So let's do another quick recap. I found an 1897 V nickel. That's strange. YouTube's messing around with the algorithms, I think. So I found an 1897 V nickel, a war nickel, a proof, and a 2009 Denver, besides the 50s and the 40s that I found. So this is the V nickel I found the other night. The correct name for it is Liberty Head. So I think it's metal detecting fine. It's an 1897. And this is what I first saw when I pulled it up, was this. I didn't think anything about I didn't look up here. So I flipped it over, saw the date. Then I read United States of America, and then that's when I realized it was a V nickel. And here's the war nickel I found last night, a 43 Denver. So I'll look out later to see if there's an RPM on there. And this is the proof that I found, 1973S. Which makes our third proof nickel this year. Yeah, I get wins from coming from my state out of the Gulf. That's why March is the month you're supposed to fly kites. Was that the year you was born? I'm praying these stacks do not fall over. I think the peace coins are winning out of the 4 different designs. Looks like I got a tie for second between the Buffalo Nickel and the Pacific View. You're only a few years younger than my ex-wife. She was born in 70. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome in. So I'm trying to finish up this box of nickels here. We got, well, I got 9 rows, so I got 3 open. There'll be 6 more in the box, and then I got a bunch of change to go through. So we're looking for old nickels, like the V nickel I just showed. Buffaloes. If I found a buffalo, that means I found four different types of nickels. On 24 Denvers, I'm up to 11 of those in this tube, which is going to be another semi-chelate nickel to get out because I made 35 million. And a few more after that, I think it was. Everybody, please remember to hit that like button to help my channel grow. Gets me out there more. Yeah, I know that feeling. We get hurricanes do that around here too. 64. That's a decent looking 64. I think I keep this one. '73. Philly. Waiting for IT to come in, see how much you'll mail me those coins. She wants me to do a giveaway on my channel, so she's going to send me original bankrupt rolls of 57 nickels. Maybe I think a row of 2009 Lincoln cents. So we're going to pair those up together. We had 3 10th-ounce rounds of silver and 1 2009 proof set of just the Lincoln cents. So once you get everything here and I find out, I set the date, I set a Saturday. Oh, we got another Denver. Dang, the internet keeps going in and out on my computer. Tell you what, if you're not getting notifications, I'll contact YouTube yourself and say, hey, look, I subscribe to some channels. I'm not getting notifications when they're going live. I don't have it restricted. But tonight's supper was leftover red beans and rice. That the rest of that's in the freezer for next week. So I got meatball soup with mushrooms in it, frozen. I've got chicken noodle soup. I got single servings of chili in the freezer, and now I got red beans and rice freezing up. So I'm good for next week for suppers. Okay. Just me and two people. What year is this one? Oh, 25p. All right, got that. Me, I am tired. Long day today, long day yesterday. $19.80. Sweat, I was older than that by the looks of it. Trying to stay what's going on. I'm trying to stay awake here. I am exhausted. Mentally exhausted. Yet migraines due to weather changes, and there's one surgery they can do to help alleviate it, and that is to open up the eye, in back of the eye socket. You have a bone that holds the eyeball in place. There's an optic nerve that comes through. You know, that hole is narrow, doesn't allow for expansion or anything like that. Unfortunately, it's $20,000 probably. So I had a long day yesterday with testing and all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's understandable. So I'm kind of worn out. They did this. They did an X-ray. It was a cool X-ray. The dip on the top, looking at where the eyes are at, and you can see the optic nerve. Well, that's how it came through. There's a 62. Yeah, it's all messed up. All is out power for 11 days. 83, some toning going on. Let's see, 91. Nope. Let's see. I am trying to get this done. Let's see. Number. You sound like me. That's my problem too. They messed something up and with the program. Let's see. D. I have the same issue too. Now, I'll tell you this. I noticed this. I like listening to stories on YouTube. I just have them playing in the background through my earbuds. And the more you listen to those, let's see something here. The more you listen to stuff like that, it pushes the other channels down. So to get them back up, you have to go back and rewatch stuff from those channels. Right here. They're looking low, but they're not old enough. In 12 years, the Jefferson nickel will be 100 years old. Okay. Your last message got muted, but I read it. So it's okay. Do you have a few beehives and die chip coins? Not many as I usually get, but I got a few. Just lost my chat. What the heck? There we go. Got it back. Okay, now I got the chat back. Sorry about that. Lost chat. Had to do something different. Yep. 22D or 21D? Mr. P has a die chip on it, and I want it. Okay, I'm losing my mind. So this box is done. It's gonna make $900 worth of nickel searched. That was damaged. Not gonna keep that one. $25P. Where's the coins out last year and I needed them when I was hunting nickels? Let's see what we got here. Nice 22 Philly. Okay, I'm trying to stay awake here. If I had music that I could play in the background, I would. My computer, I keep losing internet connection. My phone's fine. It's across the street. Neighbor next door, across the street is a roofer, and he's working on moving gear around in the trucks. What's 921? I got 821 my time. If you're East Coast, it's 921. Yeah. Ah, 1908 Denver. 2000 Denver. Okay. I have not found any beehives on any 25 Philly coins yet. That's one thing I have not found. Thinking about it. Oh, yeah. I wish I could just use the wand and make them float over there and use the scope. So much easier. 88. I'm in Central. Yep. We got 6 down. We're on the next set of 9, and we're done with the nickels. I'm waiting for one more war nickel to pop out. Okay, I'm getting sleepy. Good sound effects. Rain falling on the roof. Come on, open it up. I've done a few shorts that hit over 1K. I got one right now, so I'm almost at 2K. So I'm having a hard time staying awake. I really am. Daylight saving times, when it changes back to spring, that also kicks my butt too. Oh, they start tomorrow? Well, I'll wait. I'll do it this weekend. Do you have at least a 10 power jewelers loop to look through, or you just want to use a magnifier? Hmm. Got the hiccups. Let's see. So, in 2009, in 2008, no, take it back. It was beginning 2009, right after Christmas, first of the year. The ex-wife put herself in the tall center for certain thoughts. And I've been suspecting some stuff from her for like 2 years going on. I wasn't too sure. So she had me meet with her and her counselor at that place. She had me a note stating that she had been having an affair for like the last 2 years. Now listen to this. This what makes it kind of stupid in a way. She was having an affair with her best friend's ex-husband, and those two were still living together, sharing the same bed. He wanted to be there for the kids. So I held up good for almost a year, and right before in our state, you file for divorce. If no kids are involved, it's a 6-month waiting period. Because they'd rather you try to resolve your problems. I was willing to resolve problems with her. I don't know what. She thought it could come down. She thought I was cheating. I wasn't. I was playing a game on the internet, talking to people in England and Canada over a headset. Okay? Now, anytime she wanted to do something or she wanted me to do something, I told them, look, I gotta go. I told her anything she wanted me to do, all she has to do is tell me. Well, it was so divorce was finalized in 2010. I told the kids what their mom did. I was going to wait till they got older, but it was tearing me up inside, so I just told them. So I went in the house. I want custody of the kids. But me, I'm not going to keep the kids from their mom. So dice it between the E and the R on that one. So we alternated every other weekend with the kids. Then my daughter decided she didn't want to come back to the house no more. She wouldn't tell me why. So only time I saw her was when I picked them up in carpool on Fridays. Every Friday is when I saw her. But then I would start working at Domino's, delivering pizzas so they had money to go on school trips. So that meant on Thursday nights, when I worked, they were here for an hour, maybe 2 hours without me. But I had food cooked and knew how to use the microwave. I think by then, see, that was 13. She was in 7th grade, 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade, something like that. Well, Lori was, that's her name. I don't mind using it. She was going house to house. Or she moved in one guy who she went to school with. Been here for about 4 years. While the kids were in high school, I should say. And there was an incident where by then, right, the kids got out of high school. My son, after he got out, he was the youngest. Something made her snap. I get a phone call to come get her. So I go pick her up, bring her back to here, my house. Got her to calm down, didn't know what was going on. I brought her back to the guy who she originally had the affair with. That's what happened. His ex-wife found out about it. She was hoping they would get back together. 88 Denver. Do I have that one in here? 88 Denver. No. Somebody's looking 88 Denver. So I ended up bringing it back to the guy. Oh, 59. Okay, we got old 59. Denver. I think it's our second one. That's in rough shape. It's 58. So it's the first 59. Let's see that. We got 57, 58, and 59. And a 49. We got 2 49s and a 43. So I ended up having the kids. They're old enough then to say, y'all need to do something about your mama. And before she does something stupid. So I had to take them. First, we went found to the coroner's office what to do to get somebody committed. She was off her meds. She was not doing well mentally. So the kids ended up having to get her committed for like a couple of weeks. They figured out what was going on. Diagnosed with alcohol fetal syndrome, which is what made her do stupid decisions. which actually that's what ruined our marriage. And while she was in there, she was blaming me for all kinds of stuff that I never had nothing to do with. And that's when my daughter found out that her mom had put into their heads that I was the problem. So then my daughter won't talk to her. Only time they see her is during the holidays. Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving. That's it. Occasionally she might call my son, but my daughter refuses to talk to her. They rescued her when she got evicted out of a trailer. She didn't have a job. She had no power. She got evicted. So I brought her back up here for a few weeks. Then she finally found another guy to live with. One guy she accused of him trying to kill her. That was crazy. I had to go get her from a hospital out in another small town. I dropped her off, said, you got to figure out what you're going to want to do. And I left her where she was at that guy's trailer. And I'm going to go back and get her. I got everything except for 2 items. Because then the flood happened. So once I'm going to deal with her now, if something happens to the house. Ooh, 24 Denver. We got another one. $13. Mine have gone away. Mine have now gone away. No, I haven't found any beehives on 25s yet. Maybe they figure out how they manufacture them. I get hiccups if I swallow wrong. I mean, there are times I wish nothing had happened and she would have stayed here. Because now I make enough money where she could retire. She could have quit working. Yeah. So in 26, when we flooded, I see that doubling on the door frame. It's machine doubling. That is machine doubling. God dog it. So I got money from the federal government through the state. With that money, I got one window replaced because it was low, blew out the wall. Then I think about should have all the windows replaced. Now if I was to do it, I got to move everything out away from all the walls. That's going to be a major hurdle to go through. We opened up the walls. Ooh, this one, I might take a chance with that one going through the machine. I'm not getting a lot of die chips in this box. Really not a lot. I barely got enough die chip between the beehives, the letters. What else I got? Maybe make up one roll. mean, if she calls me, I'll talk to her. The only time I've dealt with her when something's happened to the house, because she's still on the mortgage, which is finally figure out what happened, why they never took off the mortgage, and it's her fault. Because she got sent a letter by the lawyer's office from the mortgage company, and she never returned it. And I redid the house in 2014 to get her off the mortgage. And because I refinanced it at a lower rate, I lost all my equity in the house. So now the house won't be paid off until like 73 or something like that. It's like, because it's been paid off in 3 years, but not refinanced it. This house I got was originally a rent house. My ex-wife's brother was living with us. And we found out a few days before Christmas she was pregnant for our son. He was unplanned for. The daughter was planned. We wanted to have the kid, one in the 20th century, one in the 21st. Yeah, that didn't happen that way. But he was born in the last year of the last century. So we started the paperwork in June of 96. 99. And signed the paperwork at the end of June of 99. And he was born 2 months later. And now he has a second cousin sharing a birthday with him. And she's about to be 7 months old this month, I think. Is that right? Let's see. September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, she'll be 7 months old because she was born on August, on the same day he was. So for his birthday, his cousin gave him, look at this nice 1924 Denver. That's number 14, people. Oh, look at these. Some people can't find the 24s at all. I know one guy's been doing this a lot longer. He's only found 2 Denvers and 3 Philadelphia 24s, and that's it. And he's near a Federal Reserve Bank. Now, we did run into a situation. My daughter was getting ready to turn 18. My ex-wife's sister has had a total of 4 kids. Okay? Now, she had her first son, who's the oldest, he's 30 now, 2 kids of his own, married. She raised him. She was married, then she got pregnant in high school, had him, and she lived with the guy for a while. That dude started beating her up, moved her to another way out of her way. So it took me and my ex-wife with her brother to go rescue her. We went over there while he's at work and pulled her out of that place. And that was before I got married. We brought her to my ex-wife's apartment where she was living at the time. And their brother was staying there already with her. So I didn't have to worry about her because Mark worked for a security company. He was armed and dangerous. Then she ended up finding somebody else, got married, lived in Gonzales, had another kid. Then he died a few years, I don't know, about 6, 7 years later. Mysterious circumstances on that one. So she had 2 more kids by 2 different men. One was a little girl. If me and Lori had not been divorced, we could have taken they could have placed her with us. She again adopted by somebody. That's a small beehive. I'm going to take that one because I don't have that many to really show for. So yeah, I've had been a fun time, I guess you can call it. Need 22 Denvers and 21 Denvers. Those are the tubes I'm trying to fill up right now. Yeah, it's going to get bad. There's actually going to be another storm behind that one, then another behind that one. Y'all going to get 3 winter storms in a row. There's a guy on YouTube, Max something, that does weather. I saw his thing this morning. I was getting ready for work. Little dice chip between the E and the R. Die chip in the O, so we'll keep that one. $64. All screwy. We're not going to keep that one. Yeah, my aunt was supposed to get a little snow up in North Louisiana. They're probably going to get some flurries where she's at. I know Lower Rock's supposed to get about 2 inches of snow. You go to the top of Arkansas, Fort Smith supposed to get almost a foot and a half of snow. 3 hours driving distance. Oh, 39. This is our third 39. Let's see. Do we get another DDO? And this can be the reverse of 38. Oh, see. Oh, we got some slight doubling at the bottom of the E, F, and 5. I think I just found another double die. M-O-N, the L, the O. We just found another double die for 39. That's 2 out of this box. Found 11. I think this is number 3. That's one more phone call I've been dreading on my parents. So I'm looking at Variety Vista. Oh, backed up too much. It's not that one. Let's check out E Pluribus Unum on here. Well, I can't tell the steps because the steps are gone. I just found it. It's number 7. So I found number 7. That's going to get put into a book now. Crazy. We're going to find 39s, never DDOs, and in one box they get 2 of them. Today is what? 12, 3, 12, 26, box 9. Okay. Wow. 2 double dies. Huh. Hey, Glass, what's up, dude? I just found no double die, and I was stapling it together and flattening out the staples. So I got 2 double dies on the 39 out of this box. Not the big bad boys, but hey, they're double dies. I watched so many videos last night. After I got off. I think I left a comment on one of them. The other 2, I just didn't do it. But I want to go back and watch more of them. I like how you do it. Just music and just turning this stuff around. I like the one with the Olympic song with the Olympic music in the background. But you need to do some videos where you're talking about what you're doing, what you're looking for also. They'll help you out. And do some like some 10-minute videos or something. Along with the shorts. Like if I wanted to, like all these coins I've been finding, I can do shorts on these. 30-second shorts. Then I can use them Power Director. Now I can't publish the shorts. Power Director, I can combine them all into one video. Power Director costs like $3.99 a month. It's kind of worth it. Like I said, I try to get my videos under 10 minutes. Because then I can also post them from that program straight to TikTok. And that's a decent 82. Look, I was nervous about talking too. So second 1960 nickel. By the way, we're on our last 2 rolls of nickels. Then it's change hunting time. Another 59 to hit on it. Denver. Let's say something. Denver. They made 28.4 million Phillies and 160.7 million Denvers. You get Jefferson Buck number 1, like this one, it's got the managed numbers below each coin. Doesn't beat up on the back. I think when I can get complete this next set of nickels, I want to do the worst nickel book. Dirty, damage. If I get a day off of it, put it in the book. The Pacific View nickel coins are winning the game here. I think the Buffalo and Peace are tied with the Killboat in last place. So yes, I'm making a game out of the 2004-2005 nickels. Okay. I keep in anything that's low mintage. So like the 24 Denvers and Phillies, I'll consider a low mintage. Uh, 2009s. I'm building up tubes of each year from 38 on forward. I keep all the nickels, the business strike with S, which is going to be 68, 69, 70. Those are actually semi low managed numbers. If the 82s and 83s are nice, because they didn't make any mint sets, so I try to keep the nice ones that I come across. Then I can always sort them out and replace them if I need to, if I have something better. Like I said, 2009 Bud Denver and Phillies I keep. Keep all the war nickels, definitely because of the silver content. Here's a 46. So the reason why so I'm trying to find out the first Jefferson nickel books. Now, I definitely want to keep an eye out for 50 Denver and 1950 Philly. The Denver is the key date of the whole series for the Jefferson nickels. After that is the 38 and 39 D and S nickels. After the 50 and 50 Denver. So, see, here's a Denver one. On the Denvers and anyone's got a mint mark, including the silver, you can look for repunch mint marks. And there are some that are very strong. They're worth a lot of money. So use Variety Vista. It's a good resource with photos. It's a bit better organized on Wexler's. Wexler's double die varieties is another one that I use. I actually have a coin on there. The 2024 Philly. I'll show you that one. Let me go back to the original page. So you want to go to here. You see this RPM listings. It's the double die listings. So you click on double die. Oh, the dang internet's not working again. Hold on. We'll get back here in a second. I'll pull up here in a second and show y'all. I got enough of them. I actually got some original bank wrapped and mint wrap rolls. These I pull out as a game. See which one I find the most of in a box. Now I do look for die chips in the letters. I'm looking for the Spirit Bison, which is a die crack on the die, so the metal rises up and runs to the buffalo. So I got the Spirit Bison. Here's the 69S. It runs right, like between the T and the E, right through between here and here, down to the ground. The different lengths and variations of it also. But it's only on the Denver one. So yeah, I got enough rolls made up from my previous hunts. I don't keep them no more. If I find, now there's a double die obverse on the date on the 2024s. I think both Philly, Denver, and both Kilbo and the Peace Dollar. The Peace nickel. Ah, it's back. No, I have not found the spear bison. Okay, here we go. I want to show, oh, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. There we go. Double die listings. Here we go. We're there. Go to the shield sense. And it's the second one in the list. I found this roll hunting pennies. You can see the doubling in the date. Very, very strong doubling in the date. There's some die markers to look for. In Liberty, die markers here and here. You can see the shift in the T and the Y a little bit. The word in is not as strong, but you can see it in God, we, and the trust. Some more die markers. Now, these die markers can appear at any time on the coin. This is where he found the one I sent to him, the guy that did the attribution. So yeah, I got a coin on the internet. I found about 10 of them. I found a lesser. What the hell is this? Oh, this is a dirty one. I mean, I thought it was a steel coin. This is the last row. Then we're going to go to the change. Well, actually, we're going to total up the 2004, 2005 nickels. $63. These are trying to get the best of the best, and this is not one. You see the gas running right to there. See on the 60s, I'm looking for what, if I can see that all of this information on the 60s, I'm keeping those. Now, that first Jefferson book stops at 1961, so you want to keep multiple books. You definitely want to keep the 60s and 61s. A lot of those double dives are, it's on Variety Vista as 001 on that site through somebody else. Kaneka has on their website. And supposedly going to be doing a new cherry pickers guide and hopefully gets an FS number. If it gets an FS number, and if you submit to PCGS and NGC, they will certify it with the FS number on the slab. Nah, I'm going to keep that one. I found better than that. There's an 84 Philly. That was a good year. Sure, I graduated high school. What's it? 2005. There's another guy in the Gondima. He got a war nickel and change at a gas station. See, my dad grew up and well, so did Kat's dad, grew up and all your coins had silver in them. I said, Dad, don't you wish you would have saved some of them coins from back then? He goes, yeah, I wish I would have. Can you imagine growing up in the 50s, you're getting these brand new coins, you're a young coin collector, you decide to save a row of every year of every mint mark. Holy cow. At today's prices, you're talking about a lot of money. Now, one year I did get from my dad the Walking Liberty $50 for the year he was born for Christmas. No, for his birthday. So for Christmas, I got all the rest of I got all the wheats, the mercuries, the $50, and the quarters. There's mercury dimes for him also. So I got all those for him for his birthday. Look, man, I bought Denver Minute rolls, like these little half rolls and stuff. I've gotten full rolls from Brinks or Loomis, whoever, that shrink wraps the plastic around the coins. Nothing. That's the last out of that box. Now, time to count nickels. The piece. Oh. Let's see. Oh, we got 3 there on that one too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 of the piece. So now we add this column up. Hold on one second. 2, 4, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 18 piece, I got maybe 1 or 2 over here. I'm not going to count those. I got die chips. I can add them in later. Let's see. I got 1. Okay, I got a Buffalo and Pacific View with die chips in them. So when I do those, I have to add +1 to that count. Killboat. It's 7 killboats. Last week I had 12 killboats. Week before I had 13. Well, it looks like the Buffalo's tied with the Peace Nickels with 18 also. Wait, I didn't finish counting them all. I missed some. Never mind, forget that. 22 plus the one over there is 23. So 23. I used to have a spreadsheet for all this, and I lost the spreadsheet. They actually deleted them off the Google Cloud. We're doing nickel hunts and penny hunts. You go back and watch some of my older videos on penny hunting, you'll see the spreadsheet. I'm sure we got 9 triples stacked up. 25 piece. Well, I beat the one from I counted the one over there with the die chip. Let's see, 30. So 30, 48, 73. 73 of those nickels total. Box 7 had 68. Box 8 had 53. Now we're back up to 73. Now comes the fun part. I'll just put it right here for right now. They can. No, that's the top. So basically, I start off, I just kind of separate them out by size. We got a drummer boy quarter in this stack. So basically, this is 2 weeks worth of change out of the truck, and when I go wash the truck, usually I pop in a 20. This time I only popped in a 10. So usually have about $18 worth of quarters from doing that when I do a $20 bill. But listen to this. So I went last week, but Sunday night I went to go wash the truck. Popped in a 10, went to the side of the truck, laid out the quarters, and I thought I grabbed all the quarters off the truck to pay for the car wash. It's $2 to wash your car. The one that's a high pressure car wash. You know it's got the wand. Well, I go put money in, realized I was missing the quarter. I thought maybe it's happened before where I put one in and it didn't count it. That's what I thought would happen. Uh-oh. I heard that coin hit something. Oh well. I think it was a penny that fell. So I wash the truck. I get to work Monday morning. the dang cord is still sitting on the rail. And the water, I never hit it with the water jet to knock it off. And then so survived a 7-mile, 30-minute journey to work. I see some copper in here on some of the pennies. So I keep the coppers separated. From the zinc cents. So for the dimes now and the nickels, what we're looking for are the new nickels and dimes. Along with silver in the dimes and quarters, but that's rare. So we're going to start off with the pennies. We're going to work our way to the quarters. Shield cent. So what you can look for in here are die cracks starting at the top, running through Lincoln's head. Sometimes you can find them running horizontally. If you see them going into the head, they're called spike heads. Hey, we got a Wheatie. We got a 52 Denver Wheatie. Hot dog. So we got a Wheatie out of that one. 86 going to be zinc. Zinc ones, you can't find them on the copper ones, but zinc you can find die cracks up in here. On the Memorial Building. 88 Denver. Now, on the Lincoln cents, not the Denver, but on the Philly, you want to look for the wide AM. You see how close the AM is here? If you see a gap on 80, 98, 99, 2000, you got a mint error. That's a proof reverse. There were some of the mint coins, the proofs that were struck with the business strike. Those are close AMs, so those are worth money also. And now, for a while, I was getting 1 coin a year of the white AM for 98. Not this year. Can't get no penny boxes. Most of the die cracks are in the early 80s when they first did the zinc cents, like 83, 84. And then I find some in the upper in the 2000s, not often. I got a couple of tubes of them. I'll have to dig them out to show y'all one night, but not tonight. Also, be on the lookout. I got 4 videos planned. None coming out. I got from Trolls. Oh, this is the copper, large date. This is a large date. You see how thick the letters are? That's a large date. The small date's thinner and it swoops out more before it drops down. That is copper. And tell about the look of it. Nope, not it. I just found a weak point. I just found a weak cent. In fact, I got bags and bags of weak cents I haven't even searched yet. I bought. If you ever want to buy a roll from me, they're $6, which barely covers the cost of shipping, and I make a little bit of money off of it. They do come vacuum packed. Okay, so we got one Wheatie, And see no RPM markings, no doubling up there. And 2 coppers. Okay. Now onto the nickels. Then we're going to do dimes and then quarters in that order. 2003. There. Nothing there. You know, this goes back to the bank. Helps me get the next box of nickels or quarters. I'm thinking about doing. Oh, this is a nice 64. Slight damage. We'll just send that one back. Oh, the West Point quarters? Yes, I do. I got all but 3. I'm missing Salt River Bay, San Antonio Missions, and there's one other that I'm missing. I've got them in change. I've maybe found 1 or 2 roll hunt, and that's it. The rest I've got in change. Like at Burger King. Oh, if I got an answer what full torch is. Full torch is the body and the bands that are split, have full split bands. Sometimes the body's damaged, but you can still get FB for full bands on a dime in the grades. See, this is kind of mushy. Now I got some of these Roosevelt dimes got some nasty die chips on the reverse and on the obverse side. Sometimes you find die chips up in here, and then you see a crack connecting the die chips together. And I got videos on those if you want to go back in time and watch some of those videos. See, here's where they start wearing down now. This one struck off center. That's actually struck on the tilted collar. You see how deep it is here versus how shallow it's on this side? This was struck on the tilted collar. And it's opposite on the other side. No, that was struck off center. I think. Let me see. Now, this is a tilted collar strike, so we'll keep that one. Not the best shape one, but I keep it. There's a 66. Torch is completely gone. Now, in dimes, that in 68, 69, and 70, they used the reverse proof on the torch. So those got 2 grooves. That's what you'll find on those 3 dates. So it's supposed to be a single groove. It's the FS 901 in the Cherry Picker's Guide on Dimes. That's what I'm thinking about, doing some dimes again. Usually when I do 4 or more rows of dimes, I start finding those. This band is fully split. This one's not. See, my first West Point quarter I found was the River of No Return. I have 2 of those now. It's another 66. And this is not the SMS strike. SMS strike has a proof-like look to it with a satin finish. The same type of strike that you use on proof coins, but it's got a satin finish. Here we got a little die chip right there on the forehead. But nothing, not worth keeping. Split band. Oh, we got full split band on this 25. You see it split right through there, but it's got a little gash right there. They may knock it down for that one. I'll have to lower the scope on that and look at it later. You can close it in the dimes. One place I went to, the only thing they could give me back, they didn't have any quarters. All they had was dimes and nickels. And she gave me a bunch of dimes. So I said, I'm sorry, sir, I got a bunch of dimes, I'm out of quarters, almost out of nickels. I say, you give them to me in nickel. You can give me the dimes. There's a die chip on his head. Anything on the back side? Nah, it's got a stain on there. Okay, now on to the quarters. And we got a bunch of quarters. Ooh, I'm gonna drop dimes all over the place. Oh, my hand. Okay, look for die chips on the Philadelphia Mint coins. Got one right there, I think. There's another one. I'll have to compare it. That may be contact damage. Yeah, I think I saw another one when I was stacking these up. So now we got women's quarters, 24 Denver. I hate this one. Got California. Look for die chips in the feathers or along the edge of the feathers. You can find die chips. I heard that. Have yet to find one, but I've heard about it. Florida. I tell you what was cool as a kid in high school. They was flying the first shuttle was called the Enterprise. It was used to test the gliding ability at different altitudes and all that. Then they started launching in space with unmanned and bringing it back down. Well, it was going to do one more mission. Ooh, this is all nasty. With it, and what they did is they flew from California. They flew across Baton Rouge at a low altitude, where they circled Baton Rouge for about 10 minutes with the space shuttle, so everybody could see it. It was all on the news. That's not bad. Okay, let me keep that one. Denver. On the Philly one, you're looking for a grease strike through across her eyes, along with the West Point mint mark. There is a double DDR, DDO, but that's not it. This time I used a $10 bill. One time, the guy quit putting quarters in because they kept taking $20 out. Like, dude, all you gotta do is get them out to your machine and put them back in. But from the car wash, I found some double DDRs and DDOs. No extra rock or extra tree on that one. This is a Denver one. It's a 96 quarter, pretty rough looking. You know, I found a thing on the Indiana cars. I think somebody said they found a die chip on the car on the back wing. That's the only time I heard about that a couple years ago. Anything with intricate designs, you can find die chips. I guess I think I saw you found the snow on the roof one. That was pretty cool. This one, kid, looking for the burning building, which is a grease strike through. I found a few of some die chips below this finger. No drilling George. No strike through up there. Die clash, I should say. No, it's both the same. Okay. I did find DDO 003 on this quarter, which is Salt River Bay. And you look for die chips up here in the leaves, the outer leaves. Die chips up here in the stalks. This is a mangrove tree, so you can find them that's the root system. Supposedly there's die chips in her hair, but I have yet to find any on her. Oh, we got a die chip on her shirt. Right there. On a Denver minted coin. Second time I found one on that quarter. I got a few of them on that shirt, but they're Philadelphia men and not Denver. This one, you can find all kinds of die chips on the Philadelphia Minute coin. It must be Denver. No, it's a Philly. Okay. You didn't see anything on that one. Have yet to find the double dies on these windows, but I have found die chips up here and here. Then I found I got one on the roof or coming off the roof or something. Supposedly there's a die chip here. They call it the rat. Here's a bicentennial quarter, the drummer boy. This one you look for the double die on the Denver, and this is not it, I don't think. It looks like it. This may be DDO02. I found that one before. But I keep all the bicentennial quarters. So Roosevelt. I think she's the only presidential wife featured on a U.S. coin. Not the medals, but an actual coin. That was Pennsylvania. It's all tore up. I keep looking for die chips I've been looking for die chips on the Connecticut tree since they came out in '99. Have yet to find one. '23. Who we got here? This one you want to look for doubling in the earring. So we're going to drop down so we can see one. See if we got one here. It's a slight doubling of this one right here, but it's not on both sides. Yeah, I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that one. Hold on. Come over here, damn mouse. Back to Bridie Vista we go. So I got Wexler's and Bridie Vista saved in Firefox. I have to type it in. Nope, it's not. It might be a new listing, but I'm not going to worry about it. Tell you what, I'm going to put it as unlisted DDO. This is very superficial. I'll put in my book as unlisted. Oh, we got to raise it back up. Ozark Rivers, Riverways. There's a die clash with this. You can look for die chips up here in the branches. You got one or two of those, but see where this fence is? There's a die clash on the Philadelphia, goes right through his cheek. Saw one on Litecoin Q&A one night. So this one, where's my pointer? What the hell? Also my YouTube. Also my YouTube on my computer. Great. Oh, so use the phone. There's a die chip that comes right through here. They call it that next to tree. There's an extra die chip here, an extra rock. On the man in the boat, the die chips here, here, and here. That's not it. That is Apostle Islands. I don't see no doubling there. Oh man, look at this. Early stage of a humongous die chip on his nose. You can see the metal starting to come up right through here. It's like you do on the beehives. That is cool. There is doubling. There's a double die with doubling along this hairline, but this is not it. There's a die clash coming through here where you can read Edith upside down. Dirty Water sent me one. But this one I'm going to pull out. That is, you can see the polishing on the coin. We're definitely going to keep that one. Texas, I never found anything on Texas. All the die chips on the Philadelphia coins on that one. Was this Denver or Philly? Philly. We're getting close to the end. Now I'm calling it a night. Never found anything in the arches. Guam. Is Denver or Philly? It's a Philly. Okay, on the Philly, Guam, you can find die chips right through here. I got a few of those. It's also a West Point quarter to look out for. Great Sand Dunes. '23 Denver. Another either the Kanaka Ole. Look for die chips. These are recessed. You can find die chips in the letters on Kanaka. No grease strike through. Florida badly toned. There's a nice Mount Hood. I might check that against my other books. So I'm going to hold on to this one. This is a Philadelphia Minted. That's some damage done to it, but this is what I want to show off is this. Salt River Bay. I would have jumped up, that'd been a West Point. Never found anything on here. The last George crossing the Delaware. Only got one. Wow. Looking for doubling along that cuff. That's Denver. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for coming out. We've been 2 hours on here. Guys, I'll try to get some more of your videos in this weekend in the morning. So still looking for my comments. Everybody have a good evening. I'll do a wrap up tomorrow sometime when I get home in the afternoon of all this. So everybody, y'all have a good evening. And remember, always check both sides of the coins. You never know what you're going to find. Stay safe. And if you get cold, stay warm.